ye prasade pure sarva asham prasade pure sarva chaturani jam jam Karma Sindhu, Allah Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Gopi Ramana, Gopi Ramana, Jaya Rama, Gopi Ramana, Gopi Ramana, Jaya Jagana, His divine grace, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Bhakti. Jayanta Pravishta Vishnupa Paramahamsa Stotara Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Guru Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai Prabhu Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopagopinath, Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Avadhi Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Maya Ki Jai. Yamuna Maya Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan Yajna Ki Jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanand. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
When you were here, was the top room here?
I have to see them. I have to see them to remember. You don't remember?
Yeah, but in 82, but I don't know if you were.
Okay, I was in 88, 1980.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
So in 82 we did this.
Ah, so it must be there.
Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim vyasam Tato jayamudiraye Nastaprayeshu bhadreshu Nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati uttamaśloke Bhaktir bhavati naśtaki Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th Canto, Chapter 22. Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. Text 26. Jamma karma vayorupa Vidyashvarya dhanadivi Yadyasya nabhavit stambhas Satrayam mad anugraha Jamma karma vayorupa Vidyashvarya dhanadivi Yadyasya nabhavit stambhas Satrayam mad anugraha Jamma karma vayorupa Vidyashvarya dhanadivi Yadyasya nabhavit stambhas Satrayam mad anugraha
Janma karma vayorupa Vidya Ishwarya Dhanadivi Yasya Navavat Stambhas Satrayam Madanugraha Janma karma vayorupa Yasya by birth in an aristocratic family, karma by wonderful activities, pious activities, vaya by age, especially youth, when one is capable of doing many things,
Rupa, by personal beauty, which attracts everyone. Vidya, by education. Aishwarya, by opulence. Dana, by wealth. Adivi, by other opulences also. Yadi, if. Asya, of the possessor. Na, Bhavit, there is. Stamba, pride. Tatra, in such a condition. Ayam, a person. Mad anugraha, should be considered to have received my special mercy. Translation: if a human being is born in an aristocratic family or higher status of life, if he performs wonderful activities, if he is youthful, if he has personal beauty, a good education and good wealth, and if he is nonetheless not proud of his opulences, it is to be understood that he is specially favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. When, in spite of possessing all such opulences, a person is not proud, this means that he is fully aware that all his opulences are due to the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He therefore engages all his possessions in the service of the Lord. The devotee knows very well that everything, even his body, belongs to the Supreme Lord. If one lives perfectly in such Krishna consciousness, it is to be understood that he is specially favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The conclusion is that one's being deprived of his wealth is not to be considered the special mercy of the Lord. If one continues in his opulent position but does not become unnecessarily proud, falsely thinking that he is the proprietor of everything, this is the Lord's special mercy. Om Ajnana-timilandasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasma Shri Rave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Shtavitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadama Yam Dadati Swaparantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagalajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Mitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vrishavanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Mukam karoti vacharam paramandete Giriya Kripatam Vande Shri Guru Dinatara. If a human being is born in an aristocratic family or a higher status of life, if he performs wonderful activities, if he is youthful, if he has personal beauty, a good education and good wealth, and if he is nonetheless not proud of his opulences, it is to be understood that he is specially favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the only way not to be proud while possessing so many opulences is to know that all of them are due to the mercy of the Supreme Lord. That's the only way not to be proud of one's opulences. To be aware that everything I may have is the mercy of the Lord. Mm-hmm. So that's Krishna consciousness. To know that one is not the actual possessor or enjoyer or the controller of the material world, rather is an eternal servant of Krishna. With such consciousness, one is not bewildered by such things because he knows, everything belongs to Krishna. When Prabhupada acquired the Detroit Temple in the US, his wealthy disciple, Ambarish Prabhu, was asked, okay, can you sign the check for the property? He, along with another devotee lady, both their ancestors, they were fighting because the ancestor was the owner of the factory of Ford cars. And the lady, her ancestor, was fighting for the rights of the workers in that factory. And now they came together as Prabhupada's disciple to buy property. So that's the Prabhupada's opulence, that he united so many people who were normally would be against each other, and got such wonderful property. I visited some time ago this amazing property. The handles of the bathroom were made of pure gold, just to give you an idea how opulent was this place. And behind the house there was a river, and they had a boat to go and come. Mansion, it's a big mansion. And Prabhupada told the owner, all right, we are beggars, can you give us this for free? Then they became a little nervous. I'm very sorry, but I need the money. The man was asking $1 million. And Prabhupada said, okay, we can give you 300,000. Please accept. The man said, okay, let me think about it. Until tomorrow night, I will give you an answer. And the man came, drunk with two ladies, and he said, okay, give me the check, I will sign. Prabhupada said, one room in this mansion will cost what we gave, 300,000. But that's... and after all this ceremony and everything, Prabhupada left. Prabhupada, one astrologer said that, foretold that Prabhupada will be very rich man, most rich man in India. So Prabhupada thought, oh, my Guru Maharaj asked me if I have money to print books, then let me become rich and print many books. That was his plan. But he thought he was going to become rich by business. He was having manufacturing, medicines, pharmacy medicines. So he thought that this way I will become rich. But Krishna has different plans. One day some thieves came in and broke in and they stole all the valuable equipment, zero, nothing. So he was bankrupted because of that. So he consulted with grandmother, Sridhar Maharaj, about this. Because there's a verse in Shastra that Krishna say, if I favor somebody, I will take everything away, especially their money. So And this brother, yes, it's true, that's Krishna's mercy on you. And that's a fact, because then Prabhupada decided to take Vanaprastha. Whatever he had left from that business, he gave to his sons, grown-up sons, and he retired to Vrindavan. Of course, something happened also that when Prabhupada will invite his friends and, to come and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, the wife and sons will go into the room to hear the radio. There was no TV at that time, so and drink tea and biscuit and hear the radio. And she was not much interested in philosophy. Although she's the devotee, she had deities, what she believes. But anyway, what happened one day that she sold Prabhupada's Bhagavatam to buy tea. So Prabhupada became very upset because of that. So he told her, you have to choose between me or your tea. And she thought he was joking. Oh, I will keep the tea then. Prabhupada took it as an opportunity to cheat the family and leave. It's amazing, great soul may cheat like that. But I mean to say, the opportunity came by itself, by Krishna's arrangement, and Prabhupada took advantage of it. The children are already grown up, most of them married, so he was free. And then, when he came to the West, Krishna gave him so much opulences. When Prabhupada was living in Calcutta, as a householder, one of his godbrothers, Dol Govinda Shastri, came for a visit. And they were discussing many things, philosophical things. And then Dol Govinda, he was a Sanskrit scholar, he was teaching at the university. He asked Prabhupada, Abhay Babu, Babu's like Prabhu in Bengalis. He said, Abhay Babu, what about this prophecy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prithividya Janagana, that my name will be heard in every town and village in the world war? How is that going to happen? And Prabhupada asked him, do you doubt the scriptures? No, of course not. But it didn't happen until now, so how is going to happen? And Prabhupada thought for a minute and said, well, none of you will do it, meaning his godbrothers. But one foolish disciple of Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, would do it. He was referring to himself humbly, that way. And of course, when Prabhupada later took sannyas, came to the West, preached everywhere, the Hare Krishna explosion happened everywhere. But Dol Govinda didn't know anything about it. He was living in his town in Orissa, Cuttack. No internet at that time, no much news. But one day in the mid-70s, he saw Western devotee walking in his town. Actually, with a dhoti, kurta, tilak, japa, mala, everything. So he couldn't help himself. Sir, please excuse me, I'm very curious to know who are you. Can you please say? And the devotee said, yes, my name is Bhagavad Das, and I am a member of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. What do you mean by International Society? Not just India, no, we are in all the 5 continents, everywhere. We have thousands of followers, and millions of books, hundreds of temples. Really? And who did all this? You don't know. My Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. So he didn't know him by that name. Oh, and who's he? I don't know. Oh, it is Back to Godhead magazine. I give to you as a gift. Open the page. Prabhupada's picture came up. Here is my Guru. And when Dol Govinda saw the Prabhupada's picture, Rabbi Babu, I can't believe it. You made it. You did it. He was shocked and happiness. Then he understood that poor devotee speak, he doesn't speak theoretically. Whatever he says, Krishna makes sure that it will happen. And it's a fact, that Prabhupada himself, devotee told Prabhupada is a miracle, how the movement expanded. Nobody would believe it. Prabhupada said, I myself didn't believe it. Now I see it is Krishna's miracle, It's a fact. Once Krishna Maharaj asked Prabhupada, why did you come to New York, America, instead of England? Like, your other godfathers who went to preach outside India, they went to England, Germany. Why you decided to come to America? Prabhupada said, I thought that if I was going to fail like them, let me fail somewhere else. At least a different place, That's Prabhupada's humility, So, let me read one quote from the Bhagavatam in relation to this verse. No one can achieve wealth, opulence, good birth, a beautiful body, or nice education without the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, those who are in possession of such valuable facilities must acknowledge their gratefulness to the Lord by worshipping Him and offering what they have received from Him. When such acknowledgement is given, either by a family, nation, or society, their abode becomes almost like Vaikuntha, and it becomes free from the operation of the threefold miseries of this material world. In the modern age, the mission of Krishna consciousness is for everyone to acknowledge the supremacy of Lord Krishna. Whatever one has in his possession must be considered a gift by the grace of the Lord. Everyone, therefore, should engage in devotional service through Krishna consciousness. If one wants to be happy and peaceful in his position, either as a householder, or citizen, or member of human society, one must promote devotional service for the pleasure of the Lord. So it's all about. To broadcast the glories of the Lord, then everybody can be peaceful and happy. That's Prabhupada's gift to the world. Krishna consciousness, the highest gift that one may receive in human life. So, in relation to pride, the saying, pride is proud like fall down. Something like that. So, the story of when Indra was cursed, he killed the Brahmana because he was worshipping, offering to the demigod, also to the Asuras. So he killed him, and he had to pay the reactions. He was hiding in the lake. Because the reaction came as an ugly old woman with tuberculosis following him. So he had to hide in the middle of a lake. And he was starving, so the demigods sent Agni with prasad for him. But Agni would not touch the water, so he was in difficulty. I don't know if it was at that time or when Indra was cursed to become a pig, the story? That Indra, he made a big offense to his guru, so he had to live as a pig at this earth planet for 1 year, full year. I think somebody else occupied his place, Nahusha. Nahusha was? Yes, a demigod. But this Nahusha became proud because when somebody take the post of Indra, he get all the mystic powers along with that. All the opulences, all the mystic powers. So he became proud, and he wanted to enjoy Indra's wife, Sachi. So he was proposing to her, and although she rejected many times, he was very insistent. He was like, so she consulted with the sages what to do. Help me. This man is lusty after me. What to do? And the sages advised, tell him to do this. So she met him, and she told him, okay, you can come to my home to enjoy with me tonight. But there is a condition. What is the condition? The condition is, you come in a palanquin carried by brahmanas and sages only. Oh, that's very easy. I'm Indra, they're my servant. So he did that. And of course, Brahmana, they are not strong, So they were going slowly. So he was eager to get there. So he kicked with his foot one of the sages. Hurry up, And that was his downfall. The sages burst in. You become a snake, And he fell down, become a snake. You know the story, But then before he fell, he asked for forgiveness, from the sages and mercy. So they told him, although you will be born as a snake, if you hear spiritual discourses from a great soul, pure devotee of the Lord, you will be free from your snake body. But you will also have a blessing that you will overpower any creature you catch, and you will always have your food, even as a snake. So he was born as a huge, gigantic snake, and he was devouring all kinds of animals. But one day, when the Pandavas were in exile, Bhima was looking for food, and the snake catch him. And Bhima was very powerful and strong. He was trying to free himself. But because of the blessing of the sages, he could not overcome the Nahusha snake. So then Yudhishthira felt some heavy danger coming. He had this sense that something is happening to my brother Bhima. So he told his brother, let's go find Bhima. So they went there and found the snake. Bhima is encircled by it. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, please release my brother. All right, only if you answer some of my questions. Yes, of course. So he started asking spiritual, philosophical questions, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was answering all of them. Then he became free from the snake body, became demigod again, by the mercy of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So when Indra was suffering the curse as a pig, after a year, Narad Muni came to get him back. Okay, Indra, time is finished as a pig now. Year is passed. Let's go to your abode. Indra, look. Indra said, why should I go there? I'm happy here. I have my pig and pignesses, and I am enjoying life, all day in the mud and eating all I want, having all the sex I want. It's no problem. Why should I go there and fight the demons? Leave me alone, But Indra, this horrible, degraded life, maybe for you, but for me it's great, So then the owner of the farm, came, and took one pig, There's a saying, I don't know, in South America, that every pig has its Saturday.
Spanish, how does it say in Spanish?
Cada cerdo tiene su sábado. See? Nasi? She's from Argentina. So when he was going for Indra, then Indra told, "No, please take me away immediately from here." Unless we see it like very close, we don't react, That's the nature of conditioned soul. Unless we are in a situation that you don't have no choice, you will not, react to it. And I remember one godbrother friend that he told me he became devotee just because he read the 5th canto telling about the hellish planet. He said, "No, I don't want to go there. I don't let me become devotee, Once the devotee in US, he was doing book distribution in the airport, So he had the book Bhagavatam, the student Bhagavatam, gave it to a man, showing the paintings. One of the paintings showed a man on bed and Yamadutas trying to pull out, There's a dog and, horrible. When the man saw that painting, he started shaking, and very afraid. He said, "Recently I had a heart attack and I saw these people you have there, dog was there and they were pulling me out like this. Please tell me more about this. I need to know, what is this?" So the water cord preached to him, and everything. And he said, "What is the temple? I need to go there, And he became devotee, he joined the movement, And after a year he passed away, but he was already devotee. He was saying, So we have to be aware, life is short and full of miseries, and the only way to be happy in this material world is to be always Krishna conscious, offering everything for the pleasure of God, acknowledging all His gifts, and to offer them as a devotional service. Then we are saved, the most dangerous positions. The greatest danger is to forget Krishna and to think oneself the enjoyer of this material world. That's the greatest danger for a devotee, So, once a devotee asked Prabhupada, "I'm a very proud person, how can I become humble?" Prabhupada answered, "By being humble." Of course, artificially we should not be humble. Like once a devotee told Prabhupada, that was Swami Japatakama, he told me this story. Jai Shri Radhadesh. So he was a new devotee, and he told Prabhupada, "I am the most fallen." Prabhupada said, "You are not the most anything. You want to be most something, So not recommended. So how then we can be naturally? When Prabhupada was before he came to the West, he had conversation with this godbrother, Dr. Kapoor, and he told him, "I discovered the formula to go back home, back to Godhead, and I'm planning to take as many people with me as possible." And Dr. Kapoor said, "Please tell me the secret. I also want to go, back to Godhead." What is the secret? Prabhupada says it's an open secret. It's to have a garland around our neck of this mantra. Trinada pi sunichena, tarapi saishna, manna manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. To have always a garland of that mantra around our neck. That's the way to do it. Then how can one not be proud of his whatever achievement or opulences? Is to understand they are a gift from Krishna. Krishna said, Bhagavad Gita, Purusham Nirishu, I am the ability in man. So any ability we may have is coming from the Lord. There is a saying, I don't know if it is in English or Spanish, or I made it up. I'm not sure if I made it up or whatever. That one should not show off with borrowed feathers. No hay que pavonearse con plumas prestadas. I don't think it's a known. I guess I made it up. Anyway, it has a story. The story was, I made it because I heard that story, I guess. The story goes that once a crow found a peacock feather. So he took it with and put it in his tail and was showing off in front of the other crows. I am a peacock now. So one should not show off with borrowed feather, plumes, whatever. So in that way we are safe, There's one pastime in regard to that of one great devotee. His name was Govindadas. He was a disciple of Srila Ramanujacharya. They were cousins, but he was his disciple. And he was a pure devotee, he was a greatly advanced devotee. So one day, his godbrothers were praising him. Oh, Govindadas, you have such nice qualities. You're humble, you're tolerant, you control your senses. So many qualities they were enumerating. And to their dismay, Govindadas said, yes, it is true. I have all those qualities. They were shocked, when usually if somebody glorify you, you try to be humble and all, don't say like this, I'm a fallen soul, But inside one may think, oh, finally somebody recognized me. But outwardly one tried to be humble, like that. But no, Govindadas said, yes, I have it. So the disciples went to Ramanujacharya and told him, He became proud. How is this possible? So Ramanujacharya called Govindadas. What is this pride, Govinda? What is this? This is not proper, Why are you speaking like this? And Govindadas said, my dear Guru Maharaj, you're right, I have no good qualities at all. But if I have any, it's only due to your mercy alone, Gurudev. So, by acknowledging this, that I have this quality, I'm acknowledging that I received your mercy. How I can deny your mercy on me? Then the Guru embraced him and said, you actually understood. So that's a way to not to be falsely proud, or falsely humble. So we have to be careful with that. In this material world, it is said that even a beggar is proud of his coin, what is it? Cent? Penny. A penny. It is a fact, Only due to pride we don't surrender to Krishna. We may be proud of our own, body or ability or whatever, and that's an impediment sometimes, to having too many, qualities or opulences. You see in the material world, many people are rich, wealthy, beautiful, young, and they do amazing things. But all these things are zero, many zeros without Krishna. You may have many zeros, but if you put number one, then it has so much value. In the same way, unless we acknowledge the mercy of the Lord and become Krishna conscious, all the good qualities, opulences have no value actually, because they are all temporary. In relation to the body only. Prabhupada called it the decoration of the dead body. In the West, they're famous for, trying to make the dead look good for the family members, They do makeup and things, just what is the use of a decoration of the dead body? So In the same way, and people are just bewildered by the material energy. They really believe they are these material bodies. Once I was giving a lecture, not lecture, was question and answer in Ratha Yatra, in Los Angeles, California. And in front of me, a group of people sitting on chairs. One lady was very fat lady. So I was saying, we are not this material bodies, we are spirit soul. And then I said, what a relief. Thank you, what a relief. She was grateful, So Prabhupada said this, Krishna God is a relief program, it's giving people relief, actual relief. So, tell you one story. Once a hen found an eagle's egg. The night before there was a storm and the egg slid down the hill, unbroken. So the hen found it and put it along with the other eggs and hatched it. And after a few weeks, the small eagle was born along with the chickens. So he was being fed by the hen, he thought it was his mother, so he became part of the chicken community. And he thought himself to be one of them. But one day he looked at the sky and he saw majestic eagle flying nicely in the sky. So he asked his mother, the hen, what bird is that? The hen said, oh, that's an eagle. But you are a chicken. Don't forget that. Don't think any other way. Really? Yes, you're a chicken. So that's the way, that materialistic life, everybody may, bewildered, blind leading the blind. And I read the story in a self-help book and ends up there, And what is the teaching? I wrote some, I made up some teaching from it. That if you want to fly like an eagle, don't listen to the chicken. If you want to make spiritual advancement, don't follow the advice of materialistic people. Anyway, the story ends there, but I don't like the ending, so I made up my own happy ending. And that is the flying eagle with his eagle eye. He saw the small eagle down there, and he felt pity for it. So he flew down and approached him. He saw the chicken were distracted, so he called him. What are you doing with these chickens? Well, I don't know. They told me I'm a chicken too, so. No, they cheated you, they lied to you. You are an eagle like me. Really? Am I right? Yes, you are. Would you like me to teach you how to fly? Yes, of course I would like. But are you sure I'm an eagle? Yes, don't doubt. Listen to my words. That's the Guru, rescuing the disciple from Maya, Okay, I would like to learn to fly from you. Okay, get on my back. But about my friends, the chicken, my mother, the hen, all this is an illusion. Forget that. This is not your real life. Your real life is with me like an eagle. Come. So he climbed on his back, took him far away. And you know how the eagles teach their offspring how to fly? They push them out of the nest. Yeah. Of course, when their wings are grown enough, otherwise it would be suicide. And I have seen documentaries. Physically, they push them and they're fighting for their life there in mid-air, But unless they lose fear of hate, they will not fly. So they have to push them first time, Then they. So the same way in spiritual life, we need sometimes a little push, That's why we need association of devotees to remind us, yes, chant Hare Krishna, follow the four rules, become devotee, We need a little push, and to maintain, to keep ourselves spiritually healthy. It's very important. Do you know how eagles get ready to fly? They open up their wings when the sun rises, and they let their wings warm up. And when they are enough warmed up, then they fly. The same way, when we get up early and have sadhana, chant the holy name, then we are warming up to go in higher consciousness, to fly high. In the sky there are many birds flying. Some birds can fly higher than others, but they are all in the same sky. In the same way, we are all trying to be Krishna conscious, trying to practice. But depends on how much we, have a good practice in our spiritual life. We can go deeper in the understanding of spiritual life. So, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak Bhagavatam. I'm very happy to see Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu and Nikunja Vasini also. And, because I was here in 1980 as a pujari. The temple room wasn't here, it was in other place. Up there. Almost a year or so. And I have very nice memories of worshipping Radha Gopinath, Gaurnitai, and Jana. Actually, I also went with the head pujari to India to shop for the deities also. And midsummer was very hot. I think it was June. Was so hot. It was my first time to India. But it was very, very nice, the austerities to please the Lord. And I was also doing Sankirtan to collect funds to open a temple in Canary Island. And I was able to do it. I went with some other devotees there, Vaishnava Dharma and other devotees. And I met his daughter here, I met yesterday. So we opened a temple in Las Palmas, one of the Canary Islands. That was the first temple there. Now they have a nice temple in Tenerife, they're doing Ratha Yatra. Very nice. So if you have any comment or questions, please do. Yes.
Maharaj, I'm looking forward to Krishna's special mercy.
Jai.
But I don't know, because this verse says special mercy means opulence.
Well,
and special mercy means taking away everything. Can you give me some encouragement what I can look forward to?
So which one is the mercy? To give the opulence or to take it away? I mean to say both are the mercy of the Lord, of course, in one sense. If a devotee is very advanced but still have some material attachment, then Krishna will make some arrangement to detach him from that. But if the devotee needs opulences for the service to Krishna, then Krishna may give the opulences, knowing that the devotee will not deviate but will use them in Krishna's service. So if Krishna doesn't give a devotee wealth or opulence, because he may know that may be bewildered by it, so Krishna doesn't give it. Krishna protects his devotees. So whatever we need, Krishna will give, either one. One devotee was telling me, oh, please Krishna, don't love me so much, don't take away so. Just a little is good enough, So anyway, better to pray to Krishna, whatever you know better than me what is best for my spiritual life. So either way, One devotee asked me once, what do you mean by becoming detached from detachment? Once I used that word, detached from detachment. I said that to become detached from detachment means that, for example, you're walking on the street with a friend and you see a BMW car. By the way, all sannyasis drive a BMW. Body, mind, and words in the service of Krishna. So have great opulence. Actual opulence. Controlling the body, mind and world. BMW. So the devotee will say, oh, I renounce this car, I renounce this beautiful girl, I renounce this beautiful house. Of course, it doesn't belong to you. It's easy to say, I give it up. So in the same way, to become detached from detachment, because we have nothing to be detached from. If everything belongs to Krishna, everything is his property, so what we have to give up? We can't give up anything. Like once a lady journalist was interviewing Prabhupada, it is true to become Krishna conscious, one has to give up all material things. He said, who told you that? That's not possible. I'm talking to you with this mic, and this microphone is made of this material. The house is made of bricks, so how can we give up material? It's not possible. So to become detached from detachment means to become detached from the idea that anything belongs to me, that I need to be detached from it. Because if nothing belongs to us, then what do you have to become detached from? From the wrong idea that I need to be detached. Because after all, if Krishna is the supreme proprietor, enjoyer, then there is nothing to give up. Only to be conscious of that fact is what's going to help us actually. Yukta Vairagya, yes. Of telling everything, yes.
This term of extreme humbleness, Kodanya,
Yes.
is needed for proper situation for going to spiritual world. Can you tell more about stages of humbleness?
I don't know about that. That's not in my dictionary, the word humble. One day I hope to know what means humble. So, but I mean to say, when a devotee becomes very advanced, naturally develop that. Like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that I am more lower than a worm in the stew, you know. And if somebody say my name, he will be condemned. So that's an extreme humbleness. We can appreciate it, but we can't imitate, you know. Yeah. What is the use of, say, artificially, something like that? Better follow the example of Govinda Das in that case, you know. That's actual humbleness too. Because he's giving all the credit to his Guru and Krishna. Not taking anything for oneself. That's actual humbleness too. And how can we develop this? Like once a devotee asked Prabhupada, how can I become good in Sankirtan? Prabhupada said, how can somebody become a drunkard? By drinking. Every day, you know, becomes a drunkard, same way. Every opportunity we may have, we try to put it in practice, then maybe artificially at the beginning, but then becomes more natural. The more Krishna conscious we become. We follow Prabhupada's example. Prabhupada was very humble. Once at the airport, there were too many devotees, you know, with Prabhupada, and they were doing some commotion, so the police said, please put some order. So Tamakrishna Maharaj took a megaphone and said, all devotees must line up here right now. And Prabhupada was lying along with them. And Tamakrishna said, no, Prabhupada, not you, not you. Oh, so, anyway, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Lord Premanandi.
Because we have to go to Swamiji, you're right. I want to become a disciple. So I have to read.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Rama, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Shri Vasari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna